Hi dear students, we are going to study about angles in semicircle and tangent of a circle. Firstly, I want to mention here AB, it has to be diameter here for the property that we are going to use. This is very important. If it is not diameter, we cannot get this property. And any point that you choose on the circle, and if you complete this figure A, B, and the point, this triangle becomes right triangle. Angle is always 90 degree. So if I choose the point here also, and from A to B, if I draw, this is also 90 degree it's going to be, or I can choose the point here. From this point to A and from this point to B, when I draw lines, I get another triangle here, and this is also right triangle it has to be. So by using the property, we are going to solve these questions here. Firstly, from the center, you remember the diameter property, a line segment that is passing through the center of the circle. So this is the line segment passing through the center of the circle. So this is diameter. If it is diameter, then this angle, it has to be 90 degree. That's the most important part here. Okay, it's asking to find the value of x. And by using the right triangle property, or by using the sum of interior angles of the triangle property, we can easily find the value of x. X is equal to then 180 minus, in parentheses, 90 plus 30 it has to be, which is equal to, x is equal to 180 minus 120, it should be, and x is equal to 60, it should be. Okay, what about this one? Again, it is passing through the diameter, which means that the third vertex on the circle, which means also the angle here is 90 degree, it has to be. So this is 90 degree. So if this is 90 degree, which is 90 degree, then this angle, it has to be, if we name like y here, if we name like y, x plus, pardon, y is equal to 180 minus 90 plus 45, it should be, from the sum of interior angles of the triangle, you know that one. Then y is equal to 180 minus 135, then y is equal to 45, it has to be. So if y is equal to 45, then x plus y, since they are supplementary to each other, it's equal to 180 degree. The reason for that one, the reason for this one, they are supplementary angles. And if they are supplementary angles, then I'm going to find the x is equal to 180 minus y, which is 45 here. Then x is equal to, then this implies that x, it has to be equal to 135 degree. Okay, we are going to continue with the second property that we are going to learn on this lesson. Here, the angle between the tangent line. The term tangent, what does it mean? Let me explain briefly here. This, if we accept that this is the part of the circle, arc of the circle, a line can pass through only one point here. If it is touching only one point, then the line is called tangent line. This point is called tangent line. And the point here, it is called tangent point. This point is called where the figure, the circle intersect with the line at one point, it is called tangent point. Be careful about this one. The line is passing through for 2 points. This is not called tangent line. This is called chord of the circle. this line segment is called chord of the circle. But here tangent is intersecting only one point. Okay, then it says like this. If you draw a line from the radius, if you draw a line from the radius to the tangent point, then radius and tangent line, they are perpendicular to each other. They intersect perpendicularly. This is the first property. There is a conclusion here. Because of the first property, the triangles OAC and OCB, they are OAC and OBC, they are congruent triangles. What does congruent mean? Same. And here, why they are? Because why they are congruent? This length and this length, they are equal to each other. And these triangles are right triangles. This angle and this angle is same. So this is hypotenuse, it should be OC. By using the properties Pythagorean theorem, we are going to get that AC and BC lengths, they are equal to each other also. This length and this length, they are equal to each other, which means that triangle OAC and OBC, they are congruent to each other. Okay, by using these properties, we are going to solve the questions. Firstly, on this question, if it is asking x on both questions, it is asking also the x value here. And we are going to understand that this is 90 degree firstly. A line segment passing through the origin intersect with the tangent line. Okay, intersect with the tangent line, intersect with perpendicular angle, 90 degree. So if this is 90 degree, then x, it has to be equal to 180, because it is triangle now, right triangle. 180 minus 90 plus 55, it has to be 55. Okay, then x is equal to 180 minus 145, and x is, it should be equal to 35 degree. X, it has to be 35 degree. Okay, what about the next one here? The next one, we know that these two triangles are congruent to each other. So if this angle is 90 degree, this angle is also 90 degree. If this angle is 30, this is also 30, it has to be. Firstly, we need to know that one. If you remember from the previous page, we said that these triangles, they are congruent to each other, which means that opposite of radius, if we have this angle here on the OAC triangle, this angle and this angle, it should be equal to each other. And then, because they are congruent triangles, then this angle here and this one, I'm going to use different color. This angle and this angle, they are going to be equal to each other also. If this is A, this is A also, and if this is B, this is also B, it has to be. Okay, so if we return to this question again, x is equal to, here as you see, x plus 90 plus 30 is 180 degree, or we can say like this, x is equal to 180 minus 90 plus 30, it should be, which is equal to, x is equal to 180 minus 120, and then x is equal to 60, it should be. So this is the answer of the question, it should be. Here also we can apply the Pythagorean theorems, and we can find the length of the lines by using the Pythagorean theorem, because the angle between the center line segment, which is radius and tangent line, always 90 degree. So if I know that this angle is 90 degree, it means that 5 squared plus, because this is right triangle now, 5 and 12, then x is the hypotenuse, it becomes. This is the hypotenuse, it becomes. So 5 squared plus 12 squared, it should be equal to x squared by using the Pythagorean theorem I'm talking. And this is 25 plus 144 is equal to x squared. Then x squared, we are understanding that 166, 169, and x is equal to root of 169. 169, which is 13. X is equal to 13, it should be. What about this triangle? Again, here, this is going to be 90 degree, and x squared plus 6 squared, it has to be equal to 10 squared, because here the right side are 6 and x, so squares, sum of squares of this one, it should be hypotenuse square, which is equal to x squared is equal to 100 minus 36. X squared is equal to 64, and x is equal to root of 64, which is x is equal to 8, it should be. Here we are not doing plus and minus sign like in algebra, because the distances are always positive. That's why we are going to use the distance. The side of the triangle is distance. Distance should be positive. We are not mentioning the negative angles.